Okay, good morning, good morning, morning. I'm hoping everybody's staying warm. I'm Jerry Ziegenfuss, and I am calling in from Florida, where I'm probably warmer than most of you. And I want to welcome everyone, especially, I love to send out a special welcome to you newbies. And if you have never raised your hand, please do so if you have a result that you can tell of some miracle. You know, what has happened to you might be what somebody needs to hear, and it could be a life saving thing for them. So please don't be shy. We don't bite, and we'd love to hear from you. And so, with that, where you can raise your hand, if you look onto the bottom of your computer screen, there is a icon saying reaction. Please click on it and then raise your hand and it'll put you up on the screen and I'll be able to see you. And if you don't mind leaving it on your screen while you're talking, because then everybody can see you and hear better and watch what you're saying. And then when you're done, please put it back down, same way you put it up, and I'd appreciate it. And while you're sharing, if you could really keep your shares to like 30 seconds, a minute, we'd appreciate it because that gives everybody a chance to share. And if you have more to share, come on back in. I'll call on you again. And then that way everybody gets the chance to share. And your first 15 minutes here is dedicated to X39. And we also like to hear about Cellergize. X39, our go-to patch, that's the one you want to start on. And that's the one we recommend everybody start on. But now that Cellergize has come out, it is a great addition to our X39 patch. We've been hearing some really, really, really wonderful things with the two of them together. So please, those are the first two that we'd love to hear from you about in the first 15 minutes. And then while doing that, we always like to be compliant. What that means is no disease names. What those are the things the doctors tell you you have. They need that because of insurance. But just describe what's happening to you. We'd love to know, obviously, the first 15 minutes, it's the X39 patch, which patch you use, how long you had to use it, what was your results, even how long you've been with LifeWave. We want to hear all that, okay? So please stay compliant. And because we're not claiming that our patches do not treat, cure, or prevent, or even diagnose a condition. So with all that, I'd like you to start putting your hands up so I can hear from all of you. And if you don't want to put your camera on, that's okay too. But, you know, we'd love to see your beautiful faces and then tell us all about what's going on. And if I don't have any hands up to help me out here, I have my cheat sheet here of people that send their responses in to me. So I'll just read you a few till we get it started here. Although, David, I hear you see your thumb up in the air. Are you trying to raise your hand? And if so, unmute. Okay. David, unmute. That's down on the bottom of your left hand of your screen where it says audio. Click it and it'll open up your microphone.
There we go. I see it now.
Okay, now, David. Okay, now I'm glad I saw your thumbs up. Now, when you're looking at your screen like that, go across and there's like a heart that says react, R-E-A-C-T. If you click in there, you'll see a thing that says raise your hand.
I see that one now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. All right.
Okay, I just wanted to share with everybody. Thanks for being here, but I just can't express enough thanks to being using X39. I've been on it for 2.5 years, but my story is before I got on it, I was actually crippled. I could only walk about maybe 100 feet maximum, 50 feet, and I was using a what do you call it, a walker at times. I was staring down the road at using a wheelchair because my mobility was just absolutely terrible, and my pain was out of this world. And anyhow, on my 75th birthday, I was at my daughter's place for a special birthday party, and I couldn't sleep all night. I was awake, and my daughter woke up, and she's a pharmacist, and she's actually with LifeWave. Anyhow, she introduced me to these patches, which was fairly new to her, maybe a years of experience with it. And the pain that I've been suffering with for 5 years, honestly, I went to all kinds of specialists, all kinds of treatments, but it vanished within minutes. It was unbelievable. And The next morning, this was at 4 o'clock in the morning that she gave it to me. The next
Oh,
morning, I was able to walk for a whole block, which was just amazing.
wow.
Today, I'm walking for 1 to 3 kilometers a day, twice a day.
Wow.
So, and I haven't taken a pain pill for 2.5 years. So I really want to tell you, 10% of the whole population has the same problem that I have. And it's a reoccurring thing. If I decide that I feel good and I go off the patch, uh, I'll have these pains and issues again. Put the patches on and they disappear. So I'm a lifer. I'll be on it forever. And because of that, I've enrolled quite a few people with the same kind of issues, and I'm a two-star manager now.
Oh, congratulations, David. And it's the first time I've heard you, so I'm so glad you came in to share. And because you're first like this, you get to talk longer, so that's a good thing. We loved your
Okay.
story. My goodness, and so many things. And like David was talking about, it's a cumulative effect. You don't want to go off the patches. You want to keep on going because it's going to
So
keep
true.
us in that state like David. So congratulations, and I'm so glad you're feeling better, David. Thank you.
Thank you. And God bless everybody.
Thank you. Lavelle, please unmute.
Morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So, for people who may have never heard my wife's story, when we first got the patches, my wife had been bedridden with pain for 2.5 months. And we put the X39 on her, and the first thing she said was, "What is this? Take it off, take it off, take it off." I said, "Why? What's wrong?" She said, "It feels like it's inflaming me." So we called David Smith, guys. And he called us back. We told him what happened. And he said, "Well, it sounds like it's trying to fix everything." He said, "Well, take it off, drink some water, and put it back on in an hour." And we did that. And she said, "No, no, no, take it off, take it off, take it off." The third time we did it, she fell asleep and she had the best night of rest she had in 2.5 months. Because when you're in pain, you can't really sleep. Well, the next morning, I was downstairs making breakfast and I heard her screaming. I ran upstairs. And what she had did, she had jumped out of bed, and what she was screaming is, "My pain is gone. My pain is gone." So, guys, we started sharing it with different people. And one story is a friend of ours who had a neurological condition where he lost the feeling in the left side of his body, no more mobility, would fall down. And a friend of ours, she put the patch on him at 10 o'clock at night. And the next morning at 7:30, I get a text. And the text is reading what had happened. The next morning at 7:30, he had woke up and he started touching his wife. And his wife, they're married. She said, "What, you trying to be fresh?" He said, "No, honey, for the first time in 2.5 years, I can feel your body." His feeling came back, guys. In one day, guys, this thing is a phenomenon. Keep sharing. Thanks so much for letting me share, Jerry.
Oh, thank you so much, Lavelle. I love those two stories. So thank you for sharing them. And again, I want to thank Lavelle and David for saying compliant because they didn't say the disease. So I appreciate that. Uh, Helen or Tim, please unmute.
Good morning, it's Tim.
Okay.
I've told this story before, and I don't think it's a disease to mention that I had a trouble building up plaque on my teeth. Every
That's
time
fine.
I went to the dentist, they acted like I was too ignorant to floss. What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
They take me to floss school every time, and I did floss, but it was always there. So anyway, after X39, went back, no pockets, no plaque. Highly recommend it.
Thank you. Beautiful. Yes, that's a wonderful story. And we love to keep our teeth. So please keep that X39 on. You don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to go to where you need it. And don't forget, you're hydrating. Lots of water, lots of water. So please, Lynette, come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm from Victoria, British Columbia. But anyway, my brother-in-law introduced me to the X39 about a year ago. Actually, it is a year ago. And I've suffered from a lifetime condition of skin issues all over my face, all over my hands, all over the bottom. And I would itch all the time. And since I got the LifeWave patches last year, all of a sudden, I don't have to go to see I don't have to have physiotherapy at the hospital. I don't have to go see the dermatologist. The itching is down to a minimum. And the patches have made a big difference, the X39 and a few of the other ones. But I am so grateful because I didn't want to be on medications the rest of my life. I'm 76 and I have scratched since I was born. So I'm so grateful for the patches, and I'm a lifer also.
Thank you. We love our lifers. Thank you so much, Lynette. Sunshar. Hello. Sunshar is one of us. There's 4 of us that do these calls, and she is one of the other hosts. Come on in, Sunshar.
Thanks so much, Jerry. And Lynette, I'm a lifer because I had a lifelong issue too, but it was nothing like yours. I simply could not smell for the first 72 years of my life. Now, how did this work? Well, I was a good girl when I was introduced to X39. My sponsor said wear it every day, every day. And I did have lots of like results along the way, but in the second year, so going to what Jerry always talks about with consistency, then in the second year, now suddenly I can smell. So I know that's not a common story, and that not everybody's going to have such a very cool story to be able to tell. But I'm always proud to say it. And thank you so much, Jerry, for letting me speak.
Oh, thank you. And everybody, you heard what she just said. Just think of the possibilities. Everything is possible. We don't know what that possibility is going to be for all of us. But yes, keep patching. And I don't see any more hands, so I think I'm going to go to my cheat sheet here. I have so many, it's not even funny, but I will start with furry friends. I'm a dog person, and I love my dogs. And a friend of mine, she has a small farm, and her horse stamped on her 6-month-old puppy. And it was limping and was in pain, was at the vet. For years, they spent money on this dog. I got her on the patches, and she sent me a video. It was like about a week later. This puppy's not a puppy anymore. It was 6.5 years old, 100-pound pit bull. And they were putting the used X39s on the collar of the dog. You just put it right on the collar. She sent me a video of this pit bull running around the yard. So, you know, those used X39s you have, save them and put them on your animals, your furry friends. But it doesn't have to be furry. I don't know if any of you were on this call when the lady was looking at her fish tank, and the fish was at the bottom of the tank and it wasn't moving. And she went and put her X39 there. And a little bit later, she went back to look, and it's not there. And she sees this fish over here moving a little bit. She put another one over there. And after a while, she had her fish moving. So don't forget our animal friends. Thank you so much. And Norma, please unmute. Come on in. Like to see these hands.
Well, hello, everybody. I love quick stories. We're in it for life. We've been on the patches. I've been on the patches for almost 2 years now, and just got phenomenal results with a breast lump that was huge that shrank in 2 months. But a quick one, 2 quick ones, one for me and one for my husband. I woke up at 2 a.m. with feeling like a sore throat. I mean, like something bad was trying to invade my body. And I got up in the dark, groped around for my glutathione patches, and thought I put a glutathione on my throat. It happened to be a carnosine. I don't think it would have mattered. I could have used any patch because I also put them on the spot, and immediately the pain goes away. It can be any patch. It's just amazing. But I literally, I woke up again at 5 and completely gone. Completely like back to normal, reset the body. Another quickie is that my husband when after just a couple of months of him starting the patches, we were sitting and watching television. He was just kind of restless, and all of a sudden he jumped up and says, "I can't take it. My feet are burning and in pain." Kind of the numbness in the feet, and that syndrome.
Yes.
And I put some ice wave, the pain patches on the soles of it, and just under the ball of the feet, kind of almost in the center of the foot, on each foot. And literally in 30 seconds, he calmed down. Maybe it was only 15 seconds. It was so quick, and no more pain. And he hasn't had pain there since. Never, never. I mean, that's a miracle. It's like our first story, right? Where he
It
said,
is.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just so thankful for David Schmidt loving us enough and God loving us enough to come through with science that is so spectacular, that is healing humanity or helping humanity. You can't make claims, but I claim God is helping humanity through David Schmidt.
No, we are so, so happy with David and thankful. And he is our person that is just trying to go out and save the world. And he's just so humble of a person. So thank you so much and thank you for coming in at 1/4 after with all those other patches. So really great timing. You did it right, Norma. Thank you. Okay. Please, Kathy, unmute. And Kathy, nice to see you on here. And Kathy, I stole her doggy horse story. So tell us something else, Kathy.
I was just going to give you a quick update on that dog. He is now 9 years old, and I left the patches on him after his trampling. It was a long time. I guess he was trampled 6 months. I didn't get the patches till he was like 6.5. But I left the patches on him for about a year, and then he was doing so well, I took them off. But now that he'll be 10 in February, and I decided, he's really bouncy and oh, he does so well. But I thought, I'm gonna start again, just putting my old patches on him like routinely forever, just because he's a 100-pound pit bull and he's 10 years old. So just I think consistency with us, I just thought I better just pass that on to him and give him the best life possible. But I just want to tell you a quick story about my husband, who is 84 years old. He just had surgery on his arm last week. He is a lifelong Floridian, and as a kid, he rode his horse all the time without a t-shirt on. He just had his blue jeans and his boots, and so he has a lot of skin damage. And they took one of them spots off of his arm again, and it was squamous cell cancer. So they did a deeper dive on there. But literally, these things used to take a long time to heal up. He's been on patches now 2.5 years. And 3 days later, he pulled his bandage off. We dressed it. And it is like the stitches could come out today. And I mean, I was crazy. He has to leave them in, of course, till they take them out. But there's like no redness, no inflammation. The skin looks like it's already completely healed up. So it really makes a huge difference in the amount of time it takes to heal up.
Yeah, yes, it does. Thank you so much. And Kathy was okay with telling what the problem was because she wasn't talking about the problem. She was talking about wound healing, and wound healing, everybody, anything happens to you, get that patch near it and it's going to heal it quickly. So thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate the time. Emma, please unmute. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Emmy. I'm very new to the patches. My friend Susan Tate turned me on to them and gave me 10 patches in December, and then I enrolled. 2.5 years ago, I did an unwind retreat in Sedona. I was the oldest person. I was 70 at the time. And it was really challenging. I remember coming home feeling like I lost my mojo. And my libido too is like totally gone, and that was really a new thing for me because I carry a lot of energy. And yeah, it kind of brings tears to my eyes because in the last week, I've only been on it for a week, and I thought I'd jump in because literally I came down right afterwards my body just wasn't repairing. And I was on the Doc Talk last night and I heard about that X39 and I knew that's what's happening. This past week has been miraculous for me. I came down with a virus that's hard to get out of the body. My acupuncturist said it could take years. They said, I think you can't pick the fix. Well, literally, I thought the virus was coming back, but it really soothed me to know I can't pick the fix, but it's leaving me. And I've had 2 healings with my 2 sons. It was on the liver meridian and with resentful. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you. So I'm
Thank
very
you so much
excited.
for sharing, Amy, and thanks for coming on. And as she just mentioned, and all of you, if you don't know about Sundays at 7:30 p.m., Connie Zoom has it. It's conniezoom.com. It's Doc Talk. And there are probably, I don't know, 6, 8 medical professionals on that call that talk. And there's a lot of testimonials. So tune into that if you want to hear more stories. It's mainly about X39. Michelle, please unmute. Come on in. Yeah.
I have a new one. I've been on the patches for about 6 years. I use all of them.
Oh, wow.
And I have always been super sensitive to any kind of fragrances, essential oils, perfumes, anything like that. I couldn't even be in the room with them. My husband was reminding me that just before we started the patches about 6 years ago, we had one orchid in the living room. And he said that I asked him to take it out because it was too fragrant. Now, last week, my daughter received a gigantic bouquet of the most fragrant flowers. They're so fragrant, and our house isn't very big. So every morning when I walk out of the bedroom, the whole house smells perfumey. It smells almost like a rainforest perfume. It's just amazing. And I realized it's not bothering me at all. I'm enjoying the fragrance, all those flowers for a whole week, not bothering me a bit, and I'm really enjoying it. And that's just a side effect kind of the quality of life that we get back when we've been on the patches for a long time. I use all of them, so I can't say which one it is, but that's something that I haven't just been around the fragrances. If I'd be in a crowd or at a movie or in an auditorium or anything like that, I could tell, oh, this one has that perfume on and that one has that, and I had to leave. So it's just quite interesting to be able to really enjoy the fragrance of flowers again.
Thank you so much. And yes, it's about our quality of life, everyone. These are going to let you have better quality. So thank you for sharing, Michelle. Susan, come on in.
Yeah, hi, good morning. I've been patching since last March, and I just want to tell you that this little guy right here is my best friend. It's an Eon patch. So last night I was visiting some family up in the mountains, and my car was parked on a slant, and when I went to get in the car, I hit the top of my head hard. I mean, it almost knocked me out. I was just, head down on the seat, and I was able to drive home. It didn't affect my vision. And like 45 minutes later, it's time to put my patches on. So I just took a little bit of the patch off it and put it on my head. And by the way, it still was about 6 or 7. It was bad. And I'm like from here to here, just hurt so bad. And so I put my Eon on my head, and within like 10 minutes, it was gone. And then in the middle of the night, the ball of my foot started burning like fire, and I found my patch that had made its way to my hand, and I put it on my foot, and I just went right back to sleep. It just stopped right away. So anyway, Eon, amazing.
Yeah. And all of you, Eon used to be our #1 patch prior to X39. And here's a quick Eon story. My husband walks out. I had the dishwasher lid down. He walked straight into it with his shin. And I sent him, I says, get an Eon on it. And by the time he walked back from the bathroom to the front of the kitchen, the pain was gone. So yes, Susan, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Lavelle, please unmute.
Okay, so I went to a church because I heard Dr. Pfeiffer. I don't know if you guys know her, but Dr. Pfeiffer, she had been with the companies basically since the beginning, and she had told us that you need energy to heal, and energy can move blockage. So she said, use the energy patch sometimes for pain relief. So I went to this church, and 10 out of 10 people, I put the X39 on their point of pain, and I put the energy enhancers, the white on the inside of the right wrist and the brown one. And I would ask them to count backwards and pay attention to their pain decreasing. And like 9 or 10 out of 10 people, all their pain went away like in 10 seconds.
Wow,
It
that's
was
great.
ridiculous. And we couldn't, I was like, oh my goodness, this works.
Yeah.
People started screaming. Go ahead, Jerry.
And all you are probably wondering where Lavelle put it is if you put 3 fingers down from your wrist on the inside, that's the point. So all you know, it's right here. Okay. Thanks, Lavelle.
Thanks, Jerry.
Kate, please unmute. Glad you made it, although I think you're on your phone.
I am on my phone. It took a while to find the controls, but they're there, everybody. Listen, I just wanted to hitchhike on what I think it was Kathy said about the healing potential with the patches. I too had one of those things from the sun, and it was like right here, and they put two stitches in, and I healed so fast that when I went back just a few days later to have them removed, they had to dig and dig and dig, and it was a whole lot of ouchies. She finally admitted, frustrated, she goes, you healed so fast. I'm having such a hard time getting these 2 stitches out. And I'm like, oh, there's a reason for that. And then I shared a little bit. So so you might want to have a conversation with the doctor that may I come a couple of days sooner, because that's happening. So,
yeah. And it's because I was going to bring it up too. And I'm glad you brought it up there because with Kathy's husband, I know when I went one time, I was in tears because I couldn't get the stitches out. So I wouldn't wait. Usually it's 14 days they tell you to wait for stitches to get out. I don't know. But if they're already healed over, you don't want them to be digging them up. So thank you so much, Kate.
Right.
You're looking good.
And I was there like 7 days, 5 to 7 days later, and it had healed that fast.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have 2 more up. I think we're going to end with CJ. So please, Denise, please unmute and let us hear your wonderful story. Denise, can you unmute?
There we go. Yeah, there we
go.
There we go. I've been on the patches for just a little over a year, mainly the X39, and mainly the results I had could not be felt. It was more in my blood work. When I would go to the doctor, my cholesterol and triglycerides were high, and I refused medication. But this last visit 2 weeks ago, my total cholesterol came down 71 points, and my triglycerides came down 113 points. She looked at my paperwork and went, I have the wrong person. And she said, most of your markers are now in the normal range. And I mean, I said, it's the patch. It's the patch.
Yeah.
I was pretty thrilled. I didn't have I haven't seen a whole lot of physical things that I could nail it to, but this was remarkable. I'm thrilled. So just wanted
Thank you. Go ahead. Oh, thank you for sharing that, because I think I said it in the beginning, but what Denise just experienced is it's going to go to where your body needs it the most. Obviously, it was trying to fix her blood work and things going on in her body. She'll probably be seeing other things soon, but that's great about your blood work. Thank you so much for sharing, Denise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. CJ, bring us in. You're our last one.
Thanks, Jerry. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am a lifer. forever and ever. I've been patching with Lifeway patches for over 3.5 years. It'll be going on 4 years this year. And so here's one of my stories. Several people have already heard this one, but it's good to hear for many people maybe going through a dental issue. So last year I had a 13-year-old implant and my lower jaw, going to my dentist, it was loose. And he's like, CJ, this shouldn't be loose. So he sent me to the perio. Perio looked at it. I was hitting it with the above crown, but I was already patching with the X49 on the jaw area. So I knew the technology could help me with bone and muscle and tissue. So I patched and I patched and I patched. So long story short, they had me come back in 2 weeks, look at it again, come back in 6 weeks, look at it again. And then 6 weeks appointment, the perio said, kind of poked my shoulder and said, I think something's happening here. Do you? And I said, yes, sir, I do. He goes, well, keep doing what you're doing. So I just kept patching. And so my story is consistency is the key. Consistently, I patched the 39 on an acupuncture point, but I took the 49, put it on my jaw 6 to 7 days a week. And in a 6-month time that they kept an eye on it and the bone was solidifying around the implant, there was no infection or anything there. So he was good with letting me do what I wanted to do to try to help it. And in 6 months, they took an x-ray and he's like, you're good. And it was solid. I mean, I knew it. I could feel it. It wasn't wiggling. It wasn't toggling at all. So I'm like, yeah. Anyhow, bone story. It's amazing. And I'll never stop patching. Amen.
Oh, thanks, CJ. And along with her bone story, I want to throw one out of mine. I took a terrible fall, fractured my pelvis in a couple places, and it was pretty bad. And the X49 is phenomenal. Bone, brain, that type of thing. And I'd been on it since it was invented. So prior to my fall, I probably had been on it for about 18 months. Had the fall. 3 weeks after, when I went back to the orthopedic, I says, well, aren't you going to take a x-ray? He says, no, it's too soon. I says, well, would you mind doing it so that I could get a comparison for the one you're going to do at 6 weeks? He says, no problem. And the assistant brought the x-ray in because it was one of those facilities, they do it right there, brought it in, and he looked at it and he said, do you know you have bone growing already? And I says, yeah, I was hoping that was what he was going to say. And by 6 weeks, both fractures were engulfed in new bone. So I just want to let you know, Dynamic Duo X39, X49, it is a bundle. You get it at $179. And if you put it on your subscription, they'll even give you another $10 off. So all you women, our calcium, we need that help with our bones. So that's an advertisement for X39, X49. So Liz, would you come on in and tell us about Gregory and Robin and our call tonight?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Wonderful testimonials and stories today. So we do these every Monday, and they are on our YouTube channel. They're recorded, and so you can go there and watch past ones. So it's youtube.com/@liveyounger. So that's our YouTube channel, or you can also go to liveyoungeryoutube.com. Either one will work for you. So this evening, Gregory and Robin will be back from their vacation marketing cruise, and we'll be doing the updates and give us some good information this evening. That will be at 9 o'clock East Coast, 6 o'clock Pacific. And that is on liveyoungerzoom.com. And so we hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Liz.
So if everybody
Jerry,
would like
there's
to,
go
go ahead.
Lavelle,
there's a promotion, guys.
Oh.
Please check your email.
Right.
There's a new promotion the company came out with for helping people hit 1-star director. Check your email for the weekly update from corporate. Thanks so much, Jerry.
Thanks, Lavelle. I was going to mention it because I knew a lot of these people were customers. So, but thank you anyways for putting it out there for us. So please unmute, say goodbye. Hope you all have a good week, and I hope we don't get snowed in.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jerry.
Thank you much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks,
good day.
everybody, for
Thanks, everyone.
sharing.
See you later.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
God
Thank you,
bless.
guys.
God
Bye,
bless.
Jonathan. Didn't hear from
It's
you.
Jerry again. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Great
you.
job as
Yes,
Thank
usual,
you.
Thank
Jerry.
you. See you next
Bye,
time.
everybody. Have a
God
good
bless
You're
week.
a
you all.
pro.